I was sleeping last night.
As you do.
As I do. I was having a beautiful sleep.
Oh, very nice.
And then suddenly, out of nowhere, clang, 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 right? It sounded like a metal drink bottle hitting floorboards. Like this metal drink bottle I got here hitting floorboards.
That's crazy.
Problem being, my bedroom doesn't have floorboards. So I'm like, I must have just like knocked my water bottle off onto my floor.
But it wasn't.
But it couldn't have been. So then I'm thinking in my half asleep state, I tell you what it must have been.
Yeah.
Upstairs. They must have floorboards. Same thing's happened. All good. I wake up this morning and I see what it actually was. And please filibuster the people while I do some high class prop comedy.
He's going to go off.
I'm going to show you what caused the noise.
This is the second day podcast in a row where Jono's run off to go get some props for the audience. It doesn't work as a podcast medium, but you know where we've got the video, so I'm sure he's about to block the camera again to show. Oh no!
Describe what you're seeing. This was lying on my bed next to me.
So what I'm looking at is it's a nice big framed picture of a thing that says "Good Vibes Only" that's been broken and snapped in the corner. That is worrying. Jeez.
Yeah, so what happened, my framed artwork above my bed has fallen down, hit the what do you call it, the banister on the top of the bed above my head, smashed, and then landed on the bed next to me. I've gone back to sleep.
You're sleeping with your painting.
And I just woke up. I nearly died, so I'm grateful to be alive.
Yeah.
And I'm very grateful for the first slide.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Hello, friends, and hello, foes, and welcome to the podcast. John is waving me. Thank you for that.
Hello.
It's a podcast we tried to start. We were 13 years old, but here we are, 12 years later, giving it a red hot go. My name is Josh, and joining with me today is the man who walked into an Aldi's thinking it was owned by Paul Simon. It's Jono.
Yep. Is he the guy that sings Sound of Silence?
Yeah, Simon and Garfunkel.
Yeah.
He also has a song called Call Me Al, like Al D.
Are they the same guy?
Yeah, same guy.
Is it
he
actually?
left Simon and Garfunkel, and then he did that song.
Yeah. I feel like I'm not connecting the dots here. Anyway.
No, it's for the two people that like Paul Simon. You're welcome.
I'm not a huge fan of Paul Simon, to be honest. But what I am a big fan of... Actually, I'll tell you what I'm not a fan of.
What are you not a fan of?
We're recording this on a Friday morning.
It's a Friday morning.
It gets more weird and more
it's
weird
bad.
every time we do this. Every time we record on a different day, it completely throws me off. But it's Good Friday.
Oh,
so
it is.
Happy Easter to all of you who are inclined to celebrate Good Friday.
Happy Easter to you, Jono.
Thank you very much.
That's normally Easter. I am part Greek.
I don't celebrate any Easter, so technically I celebrate every Easter.
Hey, you get this Easter and then next week's Easter.
Next one.
That's double.
Yeah, double the Easter. But this show, it's honestly a cracker. We're gonna kick it off. Slipping through my fingers about Easter.
Nah,
all
that's
the things we love. Not a cop out at all.
No,
it's not like
we're talking about all the classic things to do at Easter.
Like all the things we'll get into. We don't want to say any now because then we'll have no content for the actual segment. So yeah.
After that, Jono, I've been going through a little story arc.
You have,
and I'm going to talk about it.
I'm keen. I've seen some potential prop comedy, and I'm excited. And then it's very rare that I would change a segment last minute.
No, he did.
But I did. So recently, didn't even update on the shared document. I went on a little expedition last night, just a regular expedition, just going about my daily business, and something harrowing happened to me, and I have to use this forum to come clean and to vent.
Please do, and Jono, after that, we have the classic game that everyone's been knowing and waiting for to make its return in season 3 of the podcast.
Yeah,
it's the 1-star game.
I actually love this game.
It's my favorite game.
It's one of the best. I'm actually so surprised. I've not seen this game on any other shows or anything.
No.
We're innovative. This is the
only original thing. After last week's episode where I said sorry for doing something that Jimmy Fallon has done. I'm going back to
Jimmy
the stuff
Fallon, get his name
Jimmy
right.
Fallon, pardon me.
Yeah.
Sorry. So
and then after that, I'm going to Hobart, so we need to get a move on.
We do. You go now. We should get it excited.
Yeah, let's do it. Light is in the air.
Slipping through my fingers is my life. Let's try to capture in this segment
the tension during these openers, man.
We liked way back in the day when we were kids.
Isn't there just a strange tension when we're doing these openers?
Always is.
It's so awkward.
I was awkward about. I was panicking because I didn't know which button it was.
What do you mean? Oh, for the to start.
I'd done it, but I didn't like mentally take a note of it.
I tell you what I do when I did the
pressed
buttons.
the button
The
randomly.
first button is the first sound effect you need. The second button is
That
the
makes a
second
lot of
sound.
sense. Would
The
never
third
do it that way. That's boring. Why would I do it that way?
It's a good system.
Nah.
Anyway, slipping through my fingers.
is
Easter.
slipping through
It's
my
Good
fingers.
Friday. And what I wanted to run through first is, I'm a routine man.
You're a routine
But I get
guy.
it because my mum is a routine mum, and my dad is a routine
Well,
dad.
I'm definitely not a routine person.
So this is why I wanted
Yeah.
to see if you had the same Easter routine that I did. Now,
Can I spoiler alert?
yes.
I don't think I do.
No. So, my parents had very strict rules about tradition, right?
Oh.
So, name me two of when you're a kid, the most exciting edible things about Easter.
Eggs and chocolate eggs.
What about hot cross bun?
Oh, sorry.
You got to throw it.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Chocolate
No,
eggs.
we're talking
and hot
about
cross bun.
bland Easter.
Sorry,
yeah, bland
I was
Easter.
thinking
Yeah.
about Greek Easter
Yeah.
and Ukrainian Easter and just ethnic Easter
This
in general.
This is the real Easter. Thank you
Pardon
very
me.
much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
get
right.
it right. Jeez,
So,
you're
hot cross
in a very
buns
white
and hot-
area
and
right now.
hot cross buns,
and
chocolate
Easter
eggs.
eggs. So
Yeah.
Good Friday
Yep.
was the first day of the year we're allowed to have a hot cross bun. And it's like waking up, it's like, oh my God, it's hot cross bun day tomorrow, right? The most exciting day. And then no Easter eggs until Easter Sunday. And that is Easter egg day. Did you do a similar thing?
My dad has
Yep.
bought hot cross buns
Yeah.
about 3 weeks ago,
Yep.
and he bought them again this week.
I rebelled. Now that I live by myself, all week I've been eating hot cross
Let's be
buns.
honest, hot cross buns, as soon as Christmas is finished, hot cross buns come out.
Absolutely.
There is
I think in Coles they're all year round, but they don't have the cross on them. They're just fruit
they're just
buns
called
now.
fruit buns.
But let's
But
be
they're
real,
same- the
the
hot
chalky ones, they're where the money is.
I've never been a chalky hot cross bun guy.
Really?
No, I like the classic ones. I'll put a little bit of butter,
A little bit of
or
butter?
margarine, plant-based margarine,
Olive oil spread. Always olive oil spread.
the multiplex,
Are you-
C-plex
are
thing.
you- no, I just use the no-name brand
No
from
name
Coles because
brand.
wouldn't it be
Cheese
nice
butter.
to afford actual proper
Never
margarine? But okay, hot cross buns. How do you eat them? How do you cook them? Sorry, are you
Cut
straight
it-
from the bag?
Shoo,
Yep.
in the middle.
Yep.
I take one off it.
Yep.
I'll put them into half so they're open.
Yep.
Put a bit of something on the
Yep.
top of them. Zip them in the toaster.
Oh,
So toaster first, then put the
which
butter
kind
on.
of toaster? Like the bread toaster?
Bread
The-
toaster.
Oh, interesting tactic. I'm a griller man.
You're a griller, man.
Yeah,
That's
I'll
weird.
pop them in the griller,
That's
fire up the griller,
weird.
put them in the
That's
griller.
weird.
My mum used to oven bake them, and that was shit. I'm sorry, mum, but
Oven baked?
yeah.
That's weird. No one says
And
oven
it would
baked
take
hot cross
ages
buns.
because it's like, I want a hot cross bun. All right, so we're going to preheat the oven at 180 for
Preheat
10
the oven.
minutes, and
Did
then we're
you
going
not
to
have
bake
a toaster growing up?
Yeah, we did have
Why
a
did you
toaster.
put up the
And we
toaster?
also had a griller, so I don't know. and we had the sandwich press. Yeah.
All of those things are better.
We even had a fireplace at one point.
like all of those things are better than an oven.
Better than an oven.
Did you ever do Easter egg hunts?
Oh, I loved an Easter egg hunt.
As like a big family thing? Did you do Easter egg
Yeah,
hunts?
yeah. So we'd do two. So we'd have like a big family. I say big family. The biggest our family gets is like 8. But we'd have like the big family Easter picnic where we'd like hide them in the park and stuff. But the best one was me and my sister. We'd alternate rooms each year. So some Easter I would have like the kitchen and she would have like the living room and my parents would hide the eggs in the room. So when, say, mine were being hidden in the kitchen, I go into the living room and watch dad hiding hers, or she was in the kitchen watching mum hiding mine. And then we'd swap rooms and we'd try and find them, and it was the best day of my life. Yeah.
Never did that. What we would do is, I remember a couple times briefly when I was a kid, my parents would like put Easter eggs out into like the garden, and we'd do that. I remember doing that once or twice.
We always had
Maybe
aminals.
once.
That was the
They're
problem.
rarely
Yeah.
doing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, that's the other thing. We had animals. So.
Yeah, and they're going to eat the eggs.
Yeah,
so
so
it's like, quick, you got to find the one under the bush.
But I remember more one specific day. So, as I said, half my family are Greek. So
Yeah.
we do Easter in
Yeah.
like
Kick-ons, mate.
But that being-
Kick-ons.
it's kick-on. It's literally Easter kick-ons. But Easter kick-ons. Talk about title
It's a
of the
bender.
episode.
Yeah.
but we were there. I remember one day we had a big family thing and we're like, okay, we're gonna go hide a bunch of eggs in the actual park.
Yeah.
In fact,
Yeah.
a park close to here.
Yep.
It was great.
Yep. I can think what park that might be.
Never.
I also am a big fan of the royal family.
No, No. Are you trying to dox yourself here? What are you trying to do here?
Hey, you've already mentioned I live next to a school. I live near Windy
No,
Hill.
I didn't say no. I never said Windy Hill. I don't think I said Windy Hill. I probably did say Windy Hill. I said next to a school, but there's heaps of schools.
Yeah, not that many schools near Windy Hill. It's okay. I said I live near Essendon Station. And anyway.
What I'm saying is...
Come and find me. I'm like... Easter. The other thing about Easter.
Yeah.
The Easter church service.
Ooh.
Are you a church service man?
I was in the choir at school, as you know.
Oh, yeah,
As
you
we
were.
talked about this before. I was soprano.
Yeah, I was saying my favourite thing.
I had really high voice.
What makes it better? If you
who-
all wore the same uniform, it would be fine. But at our
Because
school,
we had girls and boys.
the girls wore green
and
the boys wore maroon.
Yeah. So there were these times where you'd have these full section of a choir.
Yeah,
Imagine
like
a
50
full
people, yeah.
And then it'd be like one section where like the tenors are, there might be a couple of reds, and then there'd be like the baritone section where it's like all reds.
Yeah.
And then there'll be a section where it's like the altos and the
Like
sopranos. These
typically higher voices.
Higher voices in the choir. Be green,
And then just in the middle.
red, green.
It's like, oh, there's Josh. Makes it easier for your mum to find you when filming a video. yeah, that's right. But all right, I want to go through a tier listing of some Easter eggs, right?
Okay.
I've got 5 Easter eggs, and I want you to put them in order.
Am I blindly doing it? You give me one at a time, and I'll put them as one.
Yeah,
two, three, four,
and
five.
then you can shift it, right?
No, I'm not going to shift them. I'm going to base it on just one after the
But
other.
what about comparatively? All right, we'll order them. Order them.
So you give me the first
yeah,
one. I'll put it down, and it can't move either way.
Okay, we're going the stock standard.
I'm going to scribble it down as we're going.
The one that I'm somehow going to try and get on a plane to Royalty in Tasmania, the Lint Bunny.
That's such a
the
good
gold
one.
one.
That's up there.
Yeah, it's. I reckon it's a god tier one, to be completely
100%,
honest. All right.
100%.
So where do you feel like it's close to the top so far?
Top
that's going.
to, I can't think of a lot of things that beat it. Honestly, personally,
Yeah.
I'm not a big chocolate guy.
Yeah,
I'm not a huge
true.
chocolate guy.
All my chocolate consumption happens over Easter.
Most of my
and then I'm
chocolate,
good.
it's either all on Easter or it's like lit balls.
Yeah.
I won't just go to shop and be like, I'm going to buy a chocolate bar. I just rarely do that.
Sometimes a frozen pizza and a block of chocolate's all you need on a Friday night. All right.
Okay, Mr. I live in a house by myself.
Must be nice.
Must be nice. Go ahead.
That's what I had for dinner last night.
Yeah.
Okay.
What pizza?
Second one. We'll get to it in the next story, actually. Second one.
Yeah.
It's the Cadbury one. But it's the egg. It's the big
Cadbury
hollow
egg.
Cadbury egg.
I think that's kind of done, but I'm going to, if we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Let's say right now Lint is at 2.
Lint is at 2, yep.
The Cadbury at 4.
I'd agree with that because it's so big, but first of all, it's logistically complicated because it's going to break. I always have that problem. All right. Do you know what a red tulip bunny is? Have you had the red tulip bunny?
Red tulip bunny.
It's your stock standard like long tall bunny, but it's a brand of chocolate called red tulip that only comes out in Easter. And
Are those ones that look like they've got like different dresses?
Yeah, they've got like different costumes on.
Oh,
yeah,
I know.
yeah,
Those are like the classic ones.
They're the classic one. They're the
they
mum one.
They might be number 1 for me.
Yeah,
just because they're so fun.
It's shit chocolate, but it just reminds me of childhood and like my mum buying it, and she'd get me the one because like gender stereotypes and stuff were allowed back in the day.
Yeah.
So I'd get the guy wearing like a blue jacket, and my sister would
This
get
is
the
what
pink
I
bow. Yeah.
I remember that. We would get a bunch of those. We'd get them for our cousins.
Yeah.
And then my grandma would come over and she'd have like 2 of them each for us to be like, this one's for you.
That's yours.
This one's for you.
That's
this
yours.
isn't Greek Easter.
Yeah,
This doesn't count.
yeah.
This doesn't count. This is just all Easter.
All right, how many done? We've done 3.
We've done 3.
All right, the mini Cadbury eggs. That you
they
get
suck.
the back. You don't like them?
They suck.
What
Mini
do you
Cadbury
mean?
eggs
Mate,
suck.
You can smash through like 50 of them in about 3 minutes.
I had one yesterday. I
And some
remember
are
how much they
caramel,
just suck.
Some got
They're just
Turkish
lame.
delight in them.
I don't like them. No, they're going number 5.
All
And I
right.
won't have anything else. I've got 1 tulip, 2 Lint. We're missing 3,
Okay.
so whatever this last one's going to be in the
This
middle.
is my absolute favorite one, and
going in the middle of my list.
I worry. No, you can shift.
I'm not shifting.
But
I'm not shifting.
It is the best one.
1, 2, 3, 4,
But
5.
this is the
No.
king. It's called professional broadcasting. You leave the best to last for the biggest impact. I'm worried that you don't know about this because it's a very white family Easter thing.
If I put this down at 3, am I going to be...
The Humpty Dumpty egg.
Oh, no! I do remember
know
Humpty Dumpty's egg.
Because
It's not my favorite though.
He's a solid egg. He's a hollow egg, sorry. And then you crack him open, and it's like his brain spilling out, and all the smarties come out. And then when life got too complicated, they'd fill him with different things.
I like Humpty Dumpty.
No, you can't put Humpty Dumpty in the middle. Humpty Dumpty doesn't go in the middle. That's
Can I tell
incorrect.
you why? Can I tell you why?
Yeah, you can tell me
Red
why.
Tulip has just the
nostalgia.
factor.
Yeah.
It can't be
and
beat.
it's long
bad,
as
though.
well. It's bad.
Lint Bunny is probably the one that has the best chocolate.
It's bougie. Must be nice. Must be
but
nice.
it's nice because
Yeah.
your parents will get them for other parents.
Yeah,
It's like, that's the adult
It's
one.
like the Ferrero Rocher
Like if I was to
equivalent.
get a chocolate
yeah.
bunny for myself, I'd get
Yeah.
the Lint one because I'm like, treat yourself.
Definitely. And it's like solid.
Middle
Yeah.
of the road Humpty Dumpty because it's funny.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's probably
also
like really
Smarties.
bad quality. No one likes Smarties, but it's fun. Yeah.
Cadbury egg, the big
Yeah.
one. Oh my
The
god,
big one,
I've done
yeah.
big Cadbury as 4 and little Cadbury as 5. I'm actually so fine with this list.
You know what? I was
Okay.
angry at the little eggs going 5. But
What is
I
your
actually-
list out of all of these? What is your
Or
list?
Red Tulip would go number 1.
Okay.
Limp Bunny number 2, so the same there. Then Humpty Dumpty is 3. I just switched the Cadbury egg and the mini eggs.
You put
That's-
mini egg
That's what
and
I do.
then big.
Mini egg would go 4th.
Okay.
And Cadbury egg
okay,
would go
so
last.
that's Josh. We'll put this on our socials.
Yeah,
And
that's a good idea.
you can argue
actually.
with us.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah.
You give us some comments because that's what.
Please give us more hate mail. Yeah.
Oh, please! I love it.
All right, that's perfect. So,
Hate me
Joshua,
up, Scotty.
I hope you have a good Easter, and I'll
You
see you on
too.
the next slide.
See you later. As I said in the intro, Jono,
Yep.
I'm going through a story arc. I've
Okay.
been going through an arc.
I'm interested to see what
A
this
training
story arc is.
A
yeah.
training arc is what
I thought you said a tradie arc.
Tradie arc?
I'm like-
no, I'm not. I don't do DIY.
Yeah.
I get someone else to do my DIY
I can see
for
you as a
me.
plumber.
I get someone else to do my DIY for me.
Do you? Who do you get?
I don't know, 1-300 tradies ahoy.
Yeah.
1-300
That's good.
tradies ahoy.
Yeah, good.
But as you know, Jono, I've been getting organised.
Yeah.
And you've been loving it.
I've
And
actually
benefiting you.
It's
been
new.
bet-
It's new, Josh.
and you, Josh, is best, Josh.
He comes on time. He's got stuff prepared for the podcast. I remember we had a couple last year where we thought of the segment as we were about to go live, but we're prepared.
Let's
this,
not
this
talk
season.
about certain
we're,
facts
we're on time, and
we would never.
and I'm loving it. It's good.
Yeah.
There's
I'm a calendar
some
boy.
hiccups, like you
I'm
didn't upload the podcast, the video
It didn't
when I
work.
needed
It was
to.
working. I put it down. It didn't go. The internet dropped out.
But we're learning.
Who's counting?
And,
And
I
I went over to Geelong because of it. That's
Yeah.
the whole thing. We'll
But
get to that in a moment.
I love to see the progression.
I'm a calendar
it's a
boy
beautiful
now.
thing. Yeah.
Calendar boying is great. Being a calendar boy.
You're on track.
It's
I'm
great,
not a
I can
calendar
see.
boy because I just remember anything anyway. But whatever helps you. You know what I mean?
You piece of shit. I used to be late,
I know.
Let's not talk about that.
You
public-
arrived here at my house
I
at the
saw you
same
anytime
time
you
I
were
arrived at my house. Yeah.
Let's not think about the public Instagram stories of shaming me for getting there.
No, it
Never.
worked though. My shame tactics worked because now
Yeah,
you're on time.
you've employed those tactics. And
Yeah.
One thing though that I'm not so good at
Yep.
is nodding along.
Okay.
I nod along, and we were talking about those last. We nearly went to a comedy show the other day.
Yeah, we tried, and then I
Do you
got.
want to just quickly run through what happened?
So we're going to a comedy show in South Melbourne.
Yep.
And I was at I think 8:30 start.
Yep.
And I suggested that we get there at 7:15.
Yep.
So we actually ended up getting one train early. We had like a good buffer. I think we had like half an
Yep.
hour to get there.
we went to go get on a tram.
Got on a tram. Something happened with all the trams in the city,
Tram
and they
went
just
off the gate. We were stuck.
completely stopped moving for ages. Anyway, we end up that's
Getting off the
that,
tram,
that's a whole
running
thing.
down. Halfway through running down, what was I telling you? I was telling you that what I find is I don't say anything in the moment, and
Yeah.
I just nod along.
Yes,
And this
yes.
happens. It happened then. You were like, oh yeah, let's just get off the train, even though we could have stayed on the train.
But then
It took us just
we
as
ended
much
up
time.
walking down and got on the same tram. We got there. We were late, but we still had time. We had 45 minutes before the show. So I'm like, do you reckon we can squeeze in a little bit of dinner? And we're like, oh, probably not.
Maybe.
And then
You
the
never know.
waitress seduced me, and I'm like,
Mr.
because like, oh, do you reckon we got time for
smitten with
dinner? And
every-
she's like, oh yeah, like, oh, put it in now. I'm like, oh
Dude
man,
gets
if you
smitten
say
with
so.
every freaking person who serves him anything.
Look, it's a flaw, but And then my food ended up taking, I think it was like an hour and a half to come, and we missed the show.
Oh, longer than that. Longer than that.
Yeah, actually, maybe it was nearly 2 hours.
It was probably about 2 hours.
2 hours, yeah.
Then we ended up just drinking.
Yours came in like an hour and a half.
Yeah,
and then
yours. Then
two things I ordered weren't on the menu, and it took them like 45 minutes to realize that.
Yeah,
yeah.
And then they got you the same thing you ordered anyway.
Yeah, it was bizarre.
So in the end, it didn't even matter.
no, but that's what happened.
You didn't get anything else for that.
No,
but that was a nice place, and I would go back.
I had a good night. Yeah.
Yeah, it was nice. We won't speak on where that was, but now
it was the Rubber Chicken in South Melbourne.
Okay, fine. We're just throwing shade, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
But I guess what I'm saying is like I'm at the point where like I'm getting better at. I've been swimming 2 kilometers.
It's
two
no, you
swimming
haven't.
sessions a week.
1 kilometer.
2 kilometers.
Oh, in a
two
week.
Separate
Yeah.
Swimming sessions a week.
Mr.
2
Big Cock
times
over
1
here.
kilometer.
I swim 8 kilometers twice.
Two
yes.
sessions of 1 kilometer.
It's been very
a
impressive. I've been very proud of you for doing that. Yeah.
Trying to get a bit more healthy.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with
fantastic.
being on camera all the time.
No, definitely not.
And
no, honestly, it's a great thing. I'm glad you're doing it.
So I went to go see, and because of that, this all leads to a point.
Okay,
because
I'm glad because it's taken a long time to get to it. Yeah.
So I've been nodding along to things. I nod along a lot, and it's a thing that I'm trying to get better at now as part of my arc, my story arc.
Yeah.
Went down to Geelong to see a friend I hadn't seen for about 4 years.
Yep.
We had dinner. We had lunch at this bougie place that was clearly.
I saw you eating some chippies.
There. They hated us that we were there.
Really? Why?
Like, we got down there. They said, "I'm sorry. Do you have an appointment?" And we're like, "No, we don't have an appointment. Do you expect anyone to walk in and just assume we have a booking? Sorry."
Yeah.
And they said no. There were empty spots. There were so many empty spots.
What was the sort of price point of this place? Was it a fancy place?
I would say it's not super fancy, but it's definitely not shit.
Right.
It's like brunch place.
You expect to have a collar in? Is it that kind of place?
No.
Okay. Yeah.
No, because it's Geelong.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so we got there and we have something to eat. We're like, and then I'm like, well, I'm hanging out with my friend. And he's like, and this is no shade to him if he's listening, obviously. Yeah. But he's like, oh, yeah, we're going to go see a couple of my friends. I'm like, oh, that's great. And then he said, they're Mormons. I'm like, okay, sure. Nice. Like, I'm here to open and just listen to conversations.
And you don't get the opportunity to talk to many Mormons in Australia.
You see them sometimes in the city walking around, but rarely.
There's one that walks around here sometimes. So
So we went and we hung out with them, and they were speaking about God stuff is what I've been told.
Yeah.
And it was nice. It was interesting, and it got to that point where I could tell I already had explained myself as non-religious.
Yep.
Which is true.
Yep.
And they were talking about all their stuff, and I'm like, oh shit, they're gonna turn to me and talk to me.
Yeah, you don't want to get interrogated.
I have to think of something I'm gonna say. So I basically go on about like how Mormons are like, oh,
Did you tell them you'd watched the documentary? Yeah.
No, I would never say that. But yeah, there was a thing of like, popular culture and what it's like as first to just seeing people in the flesh, and it was nice and all that. And then they're like, oh yeah, if you want, we could give you one of our books. And I'm like,
oh no way. That's wild.
And so
prop comedy incoming.
I'm like trying to think of a reason why I can't think of something on the spot. Hence why I own.
That is hilarious.
Showing to the camera here.
The Book of Mormon.
The Book of Mormon.
Josh sent me a Snapchat of this last week, and I thought you'd got it from an op shop.
No, I didn't.
Like
this is the
hand delivered by a Mormon themselves.
And they've even got their numbers in there.
Oh my God, that is amazing.
Please call us if you want to talk more about it.
I'm holding the Book of Mormon.
Book of Mormon.
Oh my God.
It's you know what? It's a fan.
This is so interesting. You should have a little read through and.
I'm scared. I just don't want to look in it. I did a little flick through.
As a research thing, it's interesting to learn about these things. Yeah.
Anyway,
So is that going to help you be more on time? Is that right?
I'm hoping. I also have to say it was very funny because I went for a little dinny with King Mike.
Yep.
I showed him the book and he's like, oh.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
So there you go. What I'm saying is I'm going to try stop nodding along and then end up getting Books of Mormon when I don't do that.
Yes. Sometimes you've got to stand up or you'll end up in Utah, in Salt Lake City.
Salt Lake City. Next slide.
Yep. So yesterday, one of the best days of the year, in my opinion, the Thursday before the Easter public holiday, long weekend.
Great time.
Absolutely love it because it feels like a little mini holiday. That springs up out of nowhere. because you know the Christmas break, right?
Yeah.
I feel like it's so heavily anticipated, and you know that it's coming or whatever.
Yeah,
that,
you're psyched for it.
Yeah,
there's
you kind of
there's
psyched
no,
for
like,
it.
energy.
Yeah, but Easter's just like boom. It randomly comes out of nowhere.
Halfway
and
through
you're like,
yesterday,
I got 4
I was
days
like,
off.
all right, I've got 4 days off.
It's so
fantastic.
It's so much. This is my big claim, but I think it's true.
Yeah.
Monday public holiday is okay. Friday public holiday is where it's at.
Yeah, it's
because,
so good.
Because just finishing the week early is just better than starting the week late. I'm putting it out there.
I think either way, I'm good with it.
I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Way.
I'll even take a Wednesday.
A Wednesday.
When we had,
I like a midweek break.
Like the Invasion Day one that's on was on a Wednesday this year.
True.
Loved that.
True.
But it was Thursday. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to celebrate. I'm going to have a night off cooking. I'm going to get a frozen pizza, as I alluded
lovely.
to. I got a margarita, by the way, because
Lovely.
that's the only vegetarian one that Cole's had. So I got margarita.
They don't do like cheese. Is that cheese? And
There was a
tomato?
pumpkin and feta.
Oh,
But I'm like,
it's a bit like
not from Coles.
Not from Coles.
Yeah, that's the thing. If it was like in a nice pizza oven, I'd do
True.
it. And I'll head down, and I was hoping that I could get away from work a little bit early and head down. But then, of course, because that's the way the cookie crumbles, a massive shit show happened, and I was still there at like 6:30, right?
Yeah, that's no
so
good.
I ended up down the local shops at like peak hour, right?
Oh, no.
So I was a little bit busy getting in, but I managed to get a space in the car park, went in, got my stuff, and I came out. And this
Right.
is when the shit show started to happen in the car park. So where I was, down at the local shops in that direction, right? So you roughly know where I was.
yeah.
It's like a 2-story car park.
Yep.
So they've got the downstairs at the bottom, and then you go
Covered,
up,
and then
up on the roof,
yeah,
right?
on the roof.
And it was packed in both spots. And as I'm coming out, I am in a queue on the roof to get out of
You
the whole
parked on
car
the
park.
roof?
I parked on the roof.
I haven't parked on the
And
roof there for
that's how busy it was. I had to park on the roof, and downstairs it's like one way to get out.
Yeah,
so everyone's
there's
queuing up, and the
queuing
queue
up.
had gone so big it had gone up the ramp and onto the roof. So I was in this
Right.
queue. I reckon it was like probably at least 6 or 7 minutes till I left the
this
roof.
is the
That's how
start
busy it
of
was.
something that's bad.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
This is how like
Yeah.
fights happen.
Yeah. Oh, mate, get ready for it. So I was queuing up, and this is really. Have you been on the roof at all at this particular
It
shopping
has
centre?
been a long time since I have.
Do you
but I know-
remember the ramp? It is
Yeah.
the scariest ramp.
really deep.
It's so steep, and it's like, think of a spiral staircase,
Yeah.
but make it so a car can just fit around.
Yeah.
I've even seen bigger cars scrape. It's that tight. So I'm literally like sitting on this ramp for ages, freaking out.
Yeah.
Anyway, we get down, and eventually, I reckon I was in this car park for like 20 minutes. I should have just walked. It was awful.
Sure.
Just listen to my tunes, so it was okay. But I get to the boom gates at the front.
Right.
And the boom gates is these fancy ones that scan
Yeah,
your
they're
plates.
new. Yeah.
And if you've been there for less than 2 hours, you don't have to pay. So I'm like, perfect, in, out. I get to the boom gate and it doesn't open. And this is a scary situation. But when I was coming in, I'm like, there was a sign that said something about 6 p.m. I'm like, maybe you have to pay after 6 p.m. So I'm like, I'm just going to have to cop it and just pay because I just need to get out because I'm now at the front of this massive
And
queue.
there's people starting to beep and get angry.
I got beeped like 3 times
Yeah.
before I'd even realised. So the queue would still be on the roof. So I look and I can tap my card on the thing. I'm like,
Does it say
maybe
how-
I'll just pay.
yeah.
It said ready. So I'm like, oh
Okay.
shit, I do have
Ready
to pay.
usually means you can tap it. Yeah.
That's right. So I wind down my window. I reach out. I was not prepared to have to pay. I'm way too far away from the window and I can't reach it. What I should have done is just
Open the door,
get out and
step out,
do
do it.
What I decided to do
Is
is
reach
try and
further?
still reach it.
Are you
So I'm
kidding?
literally take my seatbelt off. I'm like reaching out, my hips nearly there, and I can't reach it. I'm too far back. I actually can't get to the angle.
Everyone
So I
thinks
look
you're
like
an
a
idiot.
fucking
Yeah.
dumbass. I'm getting honked. Some guys like even like out his window, like, what are you doing? Kind of thing.
Yeah.
I've never been more stressed in my whole life because I hate holding people up. I hate getting in people's way.
Yeah.
I'm freaking
You're a
out. I'm
routine
almost starting
man.
to cry.
This is out of routine.
This was not in my schedule.
This is unscheduled.
Fuck.
People
the
hate
guy
you.
behind me, he actually moves back. So I'm like, oh my God, what a legend. He's letting me. So I scooch back. I do the same thing again. I can't reach it. So then I have to fucking take my brake
At no
off,
point
put
in
it in
this, sorry,
park.
at no point
Yeah.
in this do you go, I'll just get out quickly and grab a tap it.
Yeah, that's right. So that I finally got to the stage where I'm
Yeah.
like, shit. So I have to fucking put the handbrake on, turn the car off, get out, tap the thing. doesn't work. So I'm standing outside the car. I'm the first car at the boom gate, and it's getting to the point where there's two boom gates, right?
If I'm not incorrect, and I think you might be heading to this, isn't next to the boom gate there's like a little window thing?
There is, but it's part of being a professional broadcaster is you wait.
Go ahead,
so
please.
there's two boom gates. There's one turning left, and I'm in the one that's turning right.
Yeah.
It's got to the point, I've been here for so long, it feels like 3 days. It's probably been like 5 minutes or something, but it feels awful. The people in the left lane are now turning right from the left lane because I've completely blocked the right lane. So then I'm like, fuck, I'm tapping the thing and it's not taking my money.
Yeah.
I'm like, shit. So then I press the button and then she's like, oh, what seems to be the problem? I'm like, oh, the boom gate's not opening. She's like, have you paid? I'm like, no, I haven't paid. She's like, oh, that's good because you shouldn't have had to pay anyway.
Yeah.
And then she just disappears. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I press the button again and she's like, I just spoke to you. You don't need to pay, and then hangs up on me. So I'm like,
the boom gate is the working lady. No kidding, I don't need to pay.
Yeah, I'm like, what? But the boom gate still isn't opening. So it's literally, I'm at this point, I'm like, do I just leave my car here and just walk off because I don't know what I'm meant to do. But
people
then
just come out with baseball bats. Soon.
Oh, mate, I've never been more stressed in my entire life. The guy from some other car comes up and he was really nice. He's like, oh, son, like, it's okay. He's literally talking to me.
Yeah.
I've created a scene.
Yeah.
It's my life's mission not to create a scene, but here I am at the front of a boom gate. There's got to be at least 80 cars behind me.
That's so
going
bad.
up
Oh,
a ramp.
no.
I'm at the front. There's absolute carnage happening in front of me because it's a busy road and there are people right-hand turning from the left-hand lane and it's all awful. And then the thing just opened and I left.
The lady had to press the button.
Yeah.
But why didn't they do it?
She hung up on me twice. Why did she? Oh, mate, it was the fucking worst thing I've ever had. But the pizza was good.
Oh, good.
Yeah, next slide.
Next slide. It's the one-star game. It's about to be played. Will Josh or Jono get it? And what guesses will they have made? It's the one-star game and it's about to be played. Will Josh or Jono get it? And what guesses will they make? Oh yeah! And what guesses will you make? That's what I've been trying to
Probably
figure out.
incorrect ones.
Possibly.
Yeah.
This is maybe the hard.
Game.
This is a hard mode.
Is it hard
last
mode?
Time I did a quiz, you did really well.
I did really well.
I think this is a difficult one.
Okay,
to do.
great.
We're doing it's one-star game. The idea is I've got a bunch of one-star reviews.
Yep.
From
in
this
Google?
case, apps.
Oh, cool.
These are apps.
Cool. Is it from the App Store?
From Apple App Store.
The Apple App Store.
So these are a bunch of one-star reviews of apps.
Okay.
I've bleeped them a bit so that it's not obvious.
Yeah. And so
I'll give you 4 options.
4. Fuck.
I'll give you 4 options.
Fuck. I liked it when there was 2 options. Yeah.
because that was easier.
The 50-50 was good because I just sprayed and prayed. Yeah.
There's no 50-50
Yeah,
anymore.
okay, yeah. No, that's all right.
This is
I
4
don't need
questions.
it. 4 questions.
4 questions.
Because you're too lazy to do 5?
No, because I like 4. 4's a round number.
So I only need 2 though. That's good.
You only need 2 out of 4.
2 out of 4.
2 out of 4.
Yep.
Okay.
But I tell you what,
1.
I'm going to get 5 out of 4 anyway because
Okay.
fuck you. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. Okay.
That's how I live my life. Just 5 out of 4.
I've got 3 comments.
Okay. 3
Okay.
at once.
I'll give you the first one, and then if you need another one, we'll go to it again.
Oh, okay. This is the original version. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So for each one, you've got 3. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, I've got extra ones in case we need them.
Okay, I like it.
This one's titled "Banned for Selling Shoes."
Banned for selling shoes.
They banned my account for selling shoes. I have now lost all my photos with my friends and family members who have passed away. Didn't even offer the photos to be exported or anything while banning. It's ridiculous.
Oh.
Is this Instagram?
Okay.
Is this Facebook? Is this Snapchat? Or is this Discord?
Oh, okay. Oh, this is a difficult one. So we've got Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and Discord. And they were banned for selling shoes.
For selling shoes.
I'm going to go on a limb.
Okay.
Because I just have to cut.
Yeah.
I have to cut. I'm going to cut Discord out.
I think that's a good one to cut.
Yeah. And I'm also going to cut Snapchat out.
Okay.
Because I think, although it is possible, I think it would be difficult to sell shoes on Snapchat.
All right.
And Snapchat isn't really that much to do with storing photos and memories of your friends and family.
Right.
The fact that they were banned from selling makes me think it's not Facebook, because Facebook is built on selling things.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take a risk and say it's Instagram.
You've chosen Instagram. It was Snapchat.
It was Snapchat.
It was Snapchat.
Really?
Yeah.
That is
That's
fascinating.
nuts. I bet it was like Yeezys or something. That's what I'm guessing.
How
Like
do you even
sport shoes.
sell on Snapchat?
I have no clue.
Yeah.
I'll give you another one quickly for
Wow,
Snapchat.
fantastic.
Someone said Snapchat support is horrible and doesn't help you. You can't talk to a human to get actual help.
That's every single thing ever. Yeah.
Okay. This is
Especially a
next one.
certain postal service.
Let's not talk about that. Okay, I'm going to give you two here because two of them are very funny. And I couldn't choose one or the other. First one.
Yep.
So, like, I sent a photo of my scar, but it censored it, and it wouldn't send. But when I sent the actual photo without censoring anything, it worked. Like, what?
Okay.
And the other one is...
Was that scar? Was that the word that you said?
Scar. And the other one is, your app is so bad, dumb, silly, stupid, everything. Stop automatically opening up whenever I turn on my computer. Stop it, I said.
Oh, okay. So this is from the Mac App Store.
Yeah.
Because
Is this
computer.
Reddit?
Okay.
Is this Discord?
Okay.
Is this Instagram? Or is this Tinder?
Okay, this is interesting. I see what you've done here. You've done reviews that don't have anything to do with the actual app themselves. No. Interesting. Okay, what are my options again, quickly?
Reddit, Discord, Instagram, Tinder.
I'm going to get rid of Discord because I'm just going to get rid of Discord for all of them because I don't understand it. So they sent a scar, a photo of my scar.
But I censored it and it wouldn't send. But when I sent the actual photo without censoring anything, it worked. Like, what?
Okay. I'm going to say, Reddit is a possibility here.
Yeah.
Because it's like, there might be a thing, ask me for medical advice or whatever.
Yeah.
And my other thought is Tinder because I don't know what kinks people have, but I feel like a scar kink is probably definitely a thing.
Yeah.
Just speaking for a friend.
Okay.
So.
Okay, weirdo.
Just a friend of mine. I don't even know him.
Yeah.
Just a possibility.
Who knows?
Forget Control Delete. I'm going to say Reddit because I reckon it's like some medical advice thing that they're asking for help with.
I'm going to tell you why it's Discord.
Yeah.
But I actually gave you a hint here that I wasn't sure if you were going to get.
It opens every time I open my computer.
When you open up your computer, it's automatic.
Yeah.
There's a button to stop that, and people are complaining about that, but that's okay.
I see. My experience, I've downloaded some like dodgy Reddit app thing on my computer.
It could also be Reddit.
I could never close it down.
Reddit is also one of those things that does that. Fair enough.
All right. So just 2 from 2 here. Easy done. Yeah.
All right. First one's called. The first one's just a comment that says a vile app.
A vile app.
And I'll give you the longer one.
Yeah.
This site is hopeless, ridiculous, not worth it. They block your account for nothing. 0. They are hopeless. And when I try to contact them, I get ignored. Hopeless. Don't even bother with the site. It's hopeless. They won't even let me respond to me and my messages. And this one, the other one is blank. It's for troublemakers, big mouths, scammers, and his knows what else. It's good to follow for news, but even the journalists are not the best people.
Okay, so this is the most descriptive one so far.
Is this?
And also the word site was in there, which is a massive hint. Yes.
Is this Instagram?
Okay.
Is this Facebook? Is this Reddit? Or is this Twitter?
This is interesting.
Yeah.
Because it's the same kind of review for every question and the same apps for every question.
Yeah.
Twitter because it's news. That's what I'm going for. Yep.
It's Twitter.
It was site. It was the word site in the first review that helped me with that one. Fantastic. Oh, I've got one. Easy money now. Easy money.
It's almost like I'm trying to get revenge.
Yeah. No, I got this. I got this.
Okay.
One of my siblings' names. Go. I know you wrote them down, but you closed your book,
Ron
which is why I asked you.
one of them?
Yep.
No.
Come on.
Kate.
Yep. Wow, that's the hardest
Brian.
one. No.
That's no.
There's no one in my family called Brian.
Ben.
Yes.
Ben, Kate, Bron.
Yep.
And no.
Come on. It's the youngest one.
It's in my head. But
It's the most normal age. You probably know someone with this name. It starts with H. It's a palindrome.
No.
Hannah.
Hannah. Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Very impressive.
Oh, Hannah was the other one. Damn it. I said Kate and I panicked because I thought Kate was
Mate,
the normal one.
I'll let you off the hook. I won't ask you that
3 out of
question
4.
again because that was impressive.
Thank you very much. Okay,
I'll
let's do
take
this
that.
last one.
I'll take that point for me.
That's right, there you go.
Yeah, great.
That doesn't count. That's how you get 5 out of 4.
Yeah. So I'm
Doesn't
on
count.
2 out of 4.
No, you don't give me
Final
that point. I'm
question,
not giving you
please.
that point.
Final question, please.
There it is. Would be great if we could hide reels and remove the feature altogether.
Okay, I'm stopping. Instagram.
YouTube. You didn't let me read
They're
the
not
comments.
called reels.
I know.
They're called shorts.
You didn't even let me finish the comments.
Hey.
You jumped in the way.
If I had have got it right, that would have been incredible.
That was my favorite comment. I left that one for last because I thought...
Let's read them out. Let's hear
These
it.
are the rest of this.
Okay.
Would be great if we could hide viewers and remove the feature altogether. Your app is a bit like about getting creators to be seen more instead of focusing on the same creators and ideas. YouTube deserves nothing less than its executives executed.
Would you have blanked YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Executives executed and its workers put in concentration camps. You ghouls are going to reap what you sow. I look forward to your ultimate demise, burn in hell.
Oh, and
think that one's
what options
creators.
were you going to give me?
YouTube, Instagram, Reddit, Facebook. I think YouTube is pretty could be possible.
Instagram wasn't even an option.
It was YouTube, Instagram, Reddit, Facebook.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, I would have still guessed Instagram.
It was the reels.
Damn, it was the reels.
I said it first, and I was hoping that
I
I
hate Instagram reels.
Yeah.
As someone who
posts
dabbles
them.
in the big 3, Instagram is the fucking worst.
No, we love everyone who talks to us on Instagram. We're big fans.
Fuck Instagram. I don't like Instagram. I hate Instagram because it's designed as
give me a rating of YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat.
Okay. Oh, okay. This is interesting. I'm actually this is controversial.
Okay.
Was TikTok in there?
No. Oh, sorry. Let's say true. Let's take out YouTube and put TikTok.
Yeah.
So let's do Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. What did I miss?
I can't remember any of them, but TikTok goes
Snapchat, TikTok.
TikTok goes
TikTok
number one because that's where I find so many new things. I find TV shows, podcasts, comedy, music.
Sure. You're a Zoomer.
Every time I think about
You're an old man Zoomer.
quitting TikTok,
Yeah.
I just realize I'm not going to find anything new in my whole life. So TikTok goes number one.
Yep.
I'm going to put Facebook number 2. Just because of
You
the
boomer.
messaging feature.
Ugh,
I
I
don't
barely
think I've
can't
opened
use
the
your Messenger.
Facebook app.
Oh,
In
true.
fact, I don't open the app unless I get invited to an event.
True.
But the Facebook messages is just an absolute game changer.
Yeah.
It's great. Instagram.
I wish I didn't have to go to do Facebook messaging, but everyone's on there.
Everyone
what do you do?
Everyone does it. I wish just phone numbers in like European countries and stuff. Everyone just gives out their phone number instead. It's so much easier.
And this is something that we'll probably talk about in a future.
Yeah.
Parents be crazy.
Yeah.
Be funny,
Acting funny, yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
But the amount of times like my mum will go, oh, you should just call one of your friends. I go, who calls anyone?
We don't call that.
We
No.
don't call.
No.
Maybe you send a message that goes, hey, do you want a VC?
Yeah.
Who calls?
Yeah.
Out
Or
of the blue, no less.
You can. I like a call, but schedule it. Say, are you free for a call in half an hour?
Ooh.
Yeah. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to put Snapchat next.
Yep.
Because I think it's a
So
really.
you've got TikTok,
I'm
Facebook,
changing it all.
Snapchat.
I'm changing it all.
Okay.
Be real number 1.
Be real.
And then TikTok. Then Snapchat.
Yep.
Then Facebook. Then Instagram.
Yeah, I think if we're just putting in our favorite top 5, YouTube. Oh, be real.
You're a YouTube kid.
I'm a YouTube kid.
Yeah.
YouTube.
Can I
be
say
real.
shout out to all the not TikToks. I did
Shorts.
TikToks. The titles of the shorts.
Who does those again? Biffin? No, not Biffin.
One of them, but
Social
I
media
can tell
Pete.
they're a YouTube kid because they're so clickbaity. Has he
YouTube.
gone too far? And it's me talking about eating scrambled eggs. Yeah,
I mean, who even thinks eggs are eggy? Anyway.
yeah, very eggy.
I think it's dumb.
Eggs are eggy.
Eggs are eggy.
So what's number 1? YouTube.
Number 1's YouTube.
Yeah.
Number 2, Be Real.
Yeah.
Because Be Real's just become my favorite.
It's so
thing to
good.
do
It's
every
good
day.
because you don't have many people on it. You just
No.
have your mates and stuff.
Yeah.
and it's
I've
like
got about 3
like
to 4 people on it that I just
yeah.
always are on.
Derek's doing this.
Derek's there.
It's just you at your computer, me at my computer, Mike at his computer. Yeah.
King Mike
And Rosie in the bush.
Yeah, and then I'd probably put, I hate Twitter, but I use it a lot, so I
Yeah,
put Twitter number
yeah.
3. And then I'd probably put Instagram, then Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And number one, I would
Oh,
put
sorry. Before Twitter, Instagram, Facebook,
Spotify.
Snapchat.
Spotify.
But Spotify would be number one if I'm putting Spotify as an option.
I'm merging the mid-roll into this. Like us on Spotify.
Like us on
Give us a
Spotify.
review, and we'll see you on the next slide.
See you later. Roses are red. Jono's car park situation was shifty. That was episode 60
of the Community Islands.
First try all
Yeah.
the time.
We ran for 30 seconds and then we fucked it and we started.
I panicked and told us to go.
Yeah. You were stuck in a loop.
I, for some reason, for a moment, thought we were doing the old thing for some reason.
The Taylor
I
Swift
had the
one.
rhyme. I already had the rhyme ready,
yeah.
but I panicked and I defaulted. Like Silicon Bag.
Yeah. But that was a Friday morning record.
Let's
never do it again.
Never ever. We did a Sunday recording. We've never done that again.
No.
We're doing a Friday. We're never doing a Friday again.
Oh, mate, I'm a busy bugger, all right? We just got to schedule it when I'm
Tasmania
available.
after this.
I am off to Tasmania.
Let's do some recommendations, Jono. I've got one for you. Just start
Please
us
go
off.
first.
It's an album again.
Yep.
It's a classic album.
Yep.
It's related to the start of this episode.
Okay.
It's Graceland by Paul Simon.
Oh, there you go.
It's a great album.
So,
it's a classic album.
Paul Simon is the guy who runs Aldi.
Paul Simon.
I actually genuinely want to know this.
Paul
Yeah.
Simon is
Yeah.
from Simon and Garfunkel, who did Sound of Silence.
Yeah.
But then they broke up and he did his own thing. He went to South America and was like, wow, this is really... No, South Africa.
Right.
Went, wow, and then made an album.
Did he?
And that album was called
do
Graceland.
Call Me Al?
Yes.
Okay.
Now,
so
he's not called Al, but
reason
apparently the story
why
is
that was-
someone
yeah.
called him Al.
Yeah, why that was throwing me off is because Vance Joy has sort of adopted that song as his, and it was throwing me off
I
for
didn't
ages.
even know Vance Joy had a song.
Had a song? He's a
Called-
very popular artist.
Called Al.
Yeah, you can call me Al. It's like he
It really
plays
is-
it like all his shows.
Sure.
So
Okay.
and
There
he's
you
like
go.
got covers of it and stuff. So when I think of that song, I think of Vance Joy. I'm like, hang on. Vance Joy didn't write Sound of Silence.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
That's what was going through my. That's a great Graceland.
That's my recommendation.
Graceland.
Graceland by Paul Simon.
Have you been to Graceland?
Anyone? Grace. I've wanted to go. I saw
Yeah.
it. I was in the city. This was
Yeah.
after I came back from. This is a quick little story.
Yeah.
Came back from off the ferry to get to Geelong. Got in an Uber. My Uber drove across a bridge. Realized he went the wrong bridge. Came back.
Oh, no.
and did a big load. But in the middle of going there, I saw Graceland.
Oh, there you go.
I haven't been, but I'd like to go.
Yeah. I think I'd like to go, but then I'd go there and I wouldn't like it because
I
it's just a
think-
whole bunch of food trucks
But
and
I
a
think
shed.
you would like that.
Yeah, maybe. There's
I
a
would
lot
like
of there's
that.
a lot of people though. That's
I
what
think
scares
you
me.
should like that. So
I've
I
got a
can like that.
recommendation.
Yeah, what do you got?
Kunk on Earth.
Yes!
Have you seen
It's
Kunk
so
on Earth?
good.
Oh
Kunk on
my
Earth.
god,
It's awesome.
If you haven't seen it, this is British actor, comedian. I can't remember her name. Morgan, someone or other. Diane Morgan. Diane Morgan.
She does a character called
Philomena Kunk. Yeah, and what she
Fantastic
does,
name.
it's just a mockumentary, but it's a lot of the time mockumentaries. They kind of like. It's a bit more of a piss take. She's literally the only thing that's different is she's a character. She's Philomena Kunk just doing a normal documentary. So
it's kind of like one of those history documentaries.
yeah, it's
you're
like
imagining.
like one that you've watched in school where they'll go and they'll sit down with a professor of Aztecians and then they'll talk about how the Aztecs built the pyramids because I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
Yeah, sure.
So it's that kind of thing. But they know that it's a mockumentary, but the people that she's interviewing aren't aware that she's going to be playing a character and like asking silly questions and stuff. They just know that it's a funny documentary. So then she'll come in and then just ask them stuff like, the Greek Olympians that were naked, like, surely they got like pretty turned on during that. And then the professor's just like, well, look, it's it's only a natural part of the
And
body,
this is
but
on
it was
Netflix,
done.
right?
Yeah, it's not. It's
check
on
it out
Netflix.
on Netflix.
And they just get so thrown off balance by the questions that she's asking.
For sure.
And yeah, it's fantastic. I highly recommend it. Kunk on Earth. It's fantastic.
Awesome.
Big show today.
Big show.
We kicked off Easter.
Easter.
Happy Easter, Joshua.
Happy Easter to you.
Do you reckon
Happy norming Easter.
Happy
to
norming
everyone.
Easter, thank you. Do you reckon my Easter egg that I'm taking across the Tasman Sea, not
As
the
I
Bass
said
Strait,
to
is
you
going to
before
survive?
this record, I can't believe you're not just like going there and getting one when you're at the airport.
Rolsey is an avid listener of the show. It's about effort, isn't it?
It's about the principle
It's about
of
the
it.
principle that I transported a lint bunny to the other side of Australia.
Not really.
Just across a little river.
Just a bit of water is all
Yeah,
you did.
yeah.
It's like an hour and a bit
Yeah.
on a plane.
On a plane, yeah.
Well, after that,
Someone from
Jono,
work asked me if I was driving to Tasmania.
Yeah.
They're like, is there a bridge? I'm like, no. It's very far.
I know Europe. There's a train thing and there's a little place.
Yeah. There is. There's a
right?
tunnel. You don't really drive. You just take your car on a train, which is insane.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, after that, Jono, we talked about my story arc.
That was good. You're a change man.
How I might be a Mormon now.
Yeah, that's why your life is suddenly, coming together a bit more because you're a Mormon.
Yeah, that's it.
That's great.
Our Heavenly Father.
It was a bug. And then
Thanks, big guy.
I got into an absolute...
Talking to the bug.
Yeah. No, the big guy looks after me. Yeah.
The big guy.
I'm talking about the guy next door.
He protects
He's
everyone.
very nice to me. And then I had an awful, harrowing situation in the car park.
That was terrifying.
I'm going to throw up thinking about it. I was nearly gagging telling the story because I was just so embarrassed.
You got very red. And you're still a little red. You still got a bit
it was
red.
awful. My hand is literally sweating.
Clammy.
Yeah, I'm
Very
so
clammy.
I was like, I'm going to have a cigarette after this because that was awful.
After that, Jono, 1-star game.
1-star game.
And it was very equal and not at all unfair. And
it was payback.
You kicked yourself in the head at the end of it.
Hey, look, I was ready. If there's an opportunity for a hero moment, I'm going to take it because it's worth the payoff. But
it wasn't.
10% of the time it will work. 90% of the time it won't work. But if it had have worked, there would have been hilarity. There would have been like a celebration sound effect.
I didn't have a clapping sound
I would have been a hero. Everything would have fallen into place. I would have been able to buy a house. Sorry, what? I'm getting carried away.
Do you hear that, Jono?
I do hear that. It's the
end
of the show.
That it's the end of the show? Check it out on comedianons.com.
Like us on Instagram.
Find us on Instagram, YouTube Shorts. We're all there.
Do
Lots
that.
of stuff there.
Like us on TikTok. Send us hate mail. Say no. Go
Yell
find
at
some
us.
Easter eggs. Goodbye.
Cheers.